All right, so remember, this says I'm going to find g of 6 first. So I'm going to find g of 6. So in g, wherever there's an x, I'm going to put 6. So I get 6 minus 3 equals 3. And then it says I'm going to take my answer and put it inside of f. So g of 6 was 3. So now I want to find f of 3. Now I'm going to substitute that into f wherever there's an x. So I get 5 times 3 plus 4, which is 15 plus 4, or 19, I think. Is that what everyone got? Yeah, okay, awesome. All right. Okay, go back up for a minute. And don't forget, also, if you have your camera on, you get extra credit. If you have your camera on for all class, you get extra credit. Just want to say that again. Okay, so same thing here. I'm going to find what's inside first. So I'm going to find f of negative 7. So f of negative 7. So I'm going to plug that into f first. So that's 5 times negative 7 plus 4, which is negative 35 plus 4, or negative 31. And then I'm going to find g of negative 31, which is negative 31 minus 3, or negative 34. Okay? Everyone okay so far? Awesome sauce. Okay. And then this one says I'm going to find f of 8 first. So I find f of 8 is 5 times 8 plus 4, which is 40 plus 4, or 44. And then I'm going to plug it back into f again. So I can do that. So that's 5 times 44 plus 4 again, which I think is, I figured that out, 220 plus 4, which is 224. So those are my answers. Sorry. I'm going to circle them. Okay. Then g of 3, I'm going to find that out first, and then I'm going to plug my answer back into g. Okay, awesome. So I've got g of 3 equals 3 minus 3, which is 0. And then I'm going to plug the 0 back into 3 again. So I get 0 minus 3, which is negative 3. Okay. For those of you who weren't here yesterday, is it okay? If not, go back and watch the video. It's okay? It's not too bad? Okay. So, I'm going to plug this into g, well, I'm going to find out what g of x is, which we already know what g of x is because that was defined for us as being x minus 3, right? G of x is x minus 3. It says it right here. G of x equals x minus 3. So now I'm going to plug that into f. So I get f of x minus 3, which is 5 times x. My new x is x minus 3 plus 4. Distribute. So I get 5x minus 15 plus 4 is 5x minus 11. Sorry, that should be an equal sign, and that should be an equal sign. 5x minus 11. Okay. This one, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to find f of x first, and then I'm going to put f of x into g of x. So f of x was also defined for us. F of x equals, right up here, 5x plus 4. And I'm going to put that into g, so I want to find g of 5x plus 4. And g of x says x minus 3, so that's 5x plus 4 minus 3. So that's x minus 3, which is going to be 5x plus 1. Done. Okay, and then I can put f of x inside of f of x. So again, I'm going to find out what f of x is, which we already know is 5x plus 4. 5x plus 4? Great. So f of x equals 5x plus 4. Oops, I forgot my parenthesis. And I want to put 5x plus 4, I want to put that back into f again. So I get 5 times x. My new x is 5x plus 4. And then I'm adding 4. So distribute equals 25x plus 20 plus 4 equals 25x plus 24. Done. Done with number 1. I can pause for a second if you want to take a picture or finish writing it down, however you want to do it. And then we'll move on to number 2. Are we good? Can I go on? Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to slide this up. And I can get number 1 and most of number 2 in there. Okay, so we're going to do number 2. And I have 2 new equations. Awesome. Okay, so I want to find g of x first. So g of x is going to be right here. G of x is 4x squared. And I'm going to put that inside of f, which is 4x squared. So let's see, f is right here. So I get 2 times x, but my new x is 4x squared plus 8, which is going to be 8x squared plus 8. Okay.
Really quickly, can I see the second to last problem on the on number 1?
Of course you can.
So like, see really quick.
There you go.
All right, thank you.
You're so welcome. Are we good?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and then we're going to do f of x first this time because they want us to switch it, right? So f of x is 2x plus 8. And then I want to put that inside of g of x. So that's, I want to find g of 2x plus 8, which is going to be 4 times 2x plus 8 squared. And what does square mean? Can someone remind me what square means? What does it mean to square something?
Multiply by itself.
Multiply by itself. That's awesome. Yeah. So that means I have 4 times 2x plus 8 times 2x plus 8. That's awesome. So I'm going to multiply. It doesn't matter which one I multiply first. I can multiply the 4 in first, but I'm going to leave that to last. So I'm going to multiply my 2x plus 8 times 2x plus 8 first. So I'm going to get this and, right, I'm going to multiply this times this, and this times that, and this times this, and that times that, right? So that gives me 4 times 4x squared plus 16x plus 16x plus 64, okay? And then I distribute my 4 through. I'm going to kind of distribute and combine like terms at the same time. I hope you guys are okay with that. So 4 times 4x squared is 16x squared. And 16x plus 16x is 32x times 4 is 128x. And then 4 times 64 is 256. And there's my answer. I was running out of room. That's why I kind of combined that last step together. Is everyone okay with that? Okay, I'm not going to slide it all the way up, but I am going to go up a little bit. You can still see it there, though. Okay? So next one, same thing, just different notation, right? We talked about the different notation yesterday. It's the same thing. I'm still doing the same thing. I'm going to do the letter that's closest to the number first. So I'm going to do f of 3, the back 2 first. and then find that answer and then put it into the first letter. So I want to find f of 3, which is f is here. So that's 3 minus 1, which is 2. And then find g of 2, and here's 2. Oh, okay, so that's 2 squared plus 2 times 2 minus 8, which is 4 plus 4 minus 8, or 0. Okay. So again, I'm going to find g of -1 first. So g of -1, oh, that's my long one. So I've got -1 squared plus 2 times -1 minus 8. Oh, I think I did that one wrong. No, I didn't. Okay, awesome. So that equals 1 minus 2 minus 8, which equals -9. -10 plus 1, yeah. Okay, so then I want to find f of -9. Okay, so f is -9 minus 1, which is -10. So we're going to find f of 9 here. And I'm going to slide up a little bit more. Sorry, guys. So f of 9 equals f. Oh, I can't slide up that far because I can't see my equations. F of 9 is, oh, there's my equations. Woo! Blonde moment. Sorry. F of 9 is 9 minus 1, which is 8. And then I want to find g of 8, which is going to be 8 squared plus 2 times 8 minus 8, which is 64 plus 16 minus 8, 72, I believe. 16 minus 8 is 8. And 64 plus 8, yeah, 72. Okay. So then I'm going to find g of 0 first. So g of 0 is going to be x squared plus, oh, sorry, not x squared. Should be 0 squared, right? 0 squared plus 2 times 0 minus 8 equals -8. And then I'm going to find f of -8, which is going to be -8 minus 1, which is -9. And we're going to find g of x. I'm going to kind of write over here because I'm running out of room. So I've got g of x is x squared plus 2x minus 8. And then I want to find f of x squared plus 2x minus 8, which is going to be x squared plus 2x minus 8. That's my x, and then minus 1. So my answer should be x squared plus 2x minus 9. Whew. And of course, the last one's going to be the hardest. So f of x is x minus 1. And then I've got g of, let's see, x minus 1, which is going to be x minus 1 squared plus 2 times x minus 1 minus 8. Which equals x minus 1 times x minus 1, remember what it means to be squared, plus 2 times x minus 1 minus 8. So we get, let's see, x times x is x squared minus 1x minus 1x plus 1 plus 2x minus 2 minus 8. And then I combine my like terms together. And that's 1x squared. And then I get -1 and -1 is -2. Plus 2 is 0. So the x's all just cancel out. Awesome. And then I get 1 minus 2 is -1. Minus 8 is -9. So x squared minus 9. Okay? Okay. Okay, Mel. All right, questions? All right. So now we're still going to do compositions, but we're not going to really do compositions of equations, which we did yesterday. What we're going to do now is compositions of tables and graphs and ordered pairs. So now we're going to look at compositions of other types of functions. So we've done ordered compositions of equations. Now we're going to look at different types of functions. So our first function we're going to look at is an ordered pair and an equation. So we have an ordered pair, a set of ordered pairs, and that's what f of x is. Look, I'm trying to get ahead of myself. So here's f of x, right? The set of ordered pairs, right? Which is great, big and long. So I've got a set of ordered pairs. Blah, right here. Beautiful, okay? And then I've also got an equation. So I've got two different types of functions. And I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do the exact same thing. Okay, it wants me to find f of 1 first. Okay, so f is my set of ordered pairs. So how do I find f of 1? Well, this is my x value. I'm going to go in my set of ordered pairs till I find x equals 1, which is this one right here. So when x equals 1, what does y equal in this particular set? Can anyone tell me?
3.
3, yeah, exactly. X is 1, y is 3. And now I'm going to do exactly what I did. I'm going to plug 3 into g. And g is just an equation, and we just got done doing a whole bunch of those yesterday and today. So in g, I'm just going to put a 3 wherever the x is. So I've got 2 times 3 plus 1, which is 6 plus 1, or 7. Okay, questions? Or is that one okay? It's not too bad, right? With a set of ordered pairs. Okay, we're going to do the same thing, only this time, oh, we're still starting with f. Okay, great. So this time I want to find f of 3. So again, I'm going to go to my ordered pairs and find x equals 3, which is this one. So when x is 3, y is 7. Okay, and then I'm going to take that 7 and I'm going to plug it into g. I'm going to find g of 7. So that's 2 times 7 plus 1, 14 plus 1, 15. Beautiful. Questions? Are we okay? You guys are good. Okay. Now they flip the f and g on me. It doesn't mean I'm going to change what I'm doing. I'm just going to do it backwards. So I want to find g of 0 first this time. So g of 0. So I'm going to plug 0 into g. So I get 2 times 0 plus 1 equals 1, right? Because 2 times 0 is 0. And then I need to find f of 1. So I go up to f, I find 1. Oh, there it is. I've already found it once. So y is 3. There's my answer. Okay? And same with this one. I want to find g of 2. So let's see, g of 2. So I get 2 times 2 plus 1. 4 plus 1 equals 5. So then I'm going to go to f of 5. So I'm going to go to my points and find 5, where x is 5, which is this one right here. So y equals 11. Questions on that one? You guys okay? Because guess what? It's your turn. Your turn. Ah, you have 4 problems. So we just don't have a random time to do this in. We actually have a time to do it in, but I forgot. So f of 0, right? So I'm going to find f of 0, which is right here. That equals 1. And then I'm going to find g of 1, which is 2 times 1 plus 1, which is 2 plus 1, or 3. Woo. Good job, you guys. And then we're going to find f of 2. So f of 2 is right here, or 5. And then I'm going to find g of 5, which is 2 times 5 plus 1. 10 plus 1 equals 11. Nice job. And then we're going to find f of 4. So I've got f of 4 equals 9, right? It's right there. F of 4 equals 9. And then g of 9 is going to be 2 times 9 plus 1, which is 18 plus 1, or 19. Beautiful. And then finally, we're going to flip the script here, and we're going to find g of 1 first. So that's 2 times 1 plus 1, which we already know is 3 because we already found that once. So then I'm going to find f of 3, which is right here, or 7. Okay? Questions? Everyone good with that? Nice job. Okay, so now we're going to move to tables. Pretty much the same as a point, because tables are just ordered pairs in a different form, right? So I just want to pay attention to which table is which. This table is F, and this table is G. Okay, so then I'm going to find f of 1 first. So f of 1, table F, here's 1, equals 1. And then they want me to find g of 1. So then I'm going to go to the g table and find 1, which is right here, or 2.5. Questions? Is that one okay too? So it's just like ordered point pairs, right? Just different, in a different form. So this one says find g of 2. So we're going the other direction this time. So I'm going to find g of 2. I'm going to go to my g table and find 2 is 3.0. Oh, that looks like 30. 3.0. And so f of 3, because my x's don't have a 3.0, but 3 is the same as 3.0, right? Everyone okay with that? So f of 3 is right here, which equals 5. Are we okay? Everyone okay with how we did that? Thumbs up. You can either do physical thumbs up or the picture thumbs up. I don't care. I can see you guys. Awesome. Okay, so now it's your turn again. So I'm gonna go. So g of negative 1. So g of negative 1 is g. Here we go. G of negative 1 is 1.5. And f of 1.5 is 2. So the second one is 2. And then we're going to find g of 3. So g of 3 is 3.5. And f of 3, oh, that does not look like a 3.5. Sorry, 3.5 equals 6. Boom. Should have circled those. Nice job. Good job, you guys. Excellent. So, next page. go ahead and, oh, we're going to talk about this type of table. I'm going to do one, and then you guys are going to do the other three. So now we have, instead of two separate tables, we have a table that's a double table, I guess you want to call it. So here are my x values, right? Here are my x values. Notice this column is f of x, and this column is g of x. It's just a different type of table. It's still read the same way, right? So it wants me to find g of 2. So if I look at g of 2 is 5. So g of 2 equals 5. And then I want to find f of 5. So f of 5, I go back to down here to 5. F of 5 is 3. So it's the same way. It's the same thing. Just it's a double table. Instead of two separate tables, they just pushed them together and made a double table. Okay? You're doing exactly the same thing. Does that make sense? Okay. Okay. Here we go. So we're looking for f of 2, right? So f of 2 is going to be 4. And then g of 4 is going to be 12. Beautiful. Everyone who put that in there is right. And then we're going to find g of 3. So g of 3 is 4. And then f of 4 is 9. Great. And then we're going to find f of 3. So f of 3 equals, f of 3 is 8. And then they want us to find g of 8. Oh, there's no 8. What's my answer? There is none. There's no answer. There's no f of 8. Right? If there's not one on my table, I'm just going to say NA. There isn't one. Okay? All right. Pretty simple, right? If there's not one there, we don't know what it is. NA. Okay. Okay, and the last type of function that we have, so we've done tables, we've done ordered pairs, and now we're going to do graphs. Okay, so I've got a couple graphs here. I've got graph F. Make sure you know which graph is which graph when we're doing this. And graph G. And we're doing exactly, the same thing that we've been doing. So I want to find g of 2. So I want to find g of 2. I'm going to go to my graph G. I'm going to go to positive 2, right? And then my y value is negative 2. Everyone okay with that? And then I want to find f of negative 2. So I'm going to go to my f graph. And I'm going to go to negative 2, which is here. And so y equals positive 3. That's my answer. So if I do the other one, I find f of negative 3 first. So I go to f of negative 3 and go up, and it's at 3. Then I find g of 3, and I go down, and it's at negative 3. Done. Okay, was that pretty not too bad? Pretty not too bad. That's such good English. I know, you don't have to tell me. I was a college graduate, just so you guys know. Yeah, okay. So you got 5 problems with these 2 graphs. I want to make them so you can see them, but I don't want to make them too small. You see all the problems. Is that good? Can you see everything? Okay. Go over this because I forgot to set the timer again. Jeez. Okay. So I've got g of 6. Well, g of 6, if I go to g and go to 6 and go up, it's at 3. And then f of 3 equals, f of 3, I go over to 3, and I go up, and it's here at 8. Okay? And then f of 10, and I messed this up because I went to the wrong graph. First, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, and it's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then g of 6 is at 3. We already found that one. Awesome. Sorry, I forgot to circle those. F of 1. So f of 1 is at 5. And then I'm putting it back into f again. And f of 5 is at 1, 2, 3, 5, 2. And then we're finding f of 0. Well, f of 0 is at 7. And then g of 7 is at 5, 6, 7 is also at 3. And then the last one, I'm finding g of 20. G of 20 is at 0. And then f of 0 is at 7, since we already found that one. Okay, questions? Nice job. Okay. Anybody have any questions or see what you did incorrectly if you gave me the incorrect answer? Okay, and I think you have one more problem to do. One. Okay, there you go. And you've got graphs P here and graph R here. Nice. R of -1. And then that's P. 0. Wow. D. R of -3. And P of 3 is... Okay, nice answers. Nice Paige and Malia. Good job. Let's see if they're who's still, okay, Hitana, and, oh, yeah, there's 2 there that need to be in, and Chris. Is Chris still in here? Oh, yeah, Chris is still in here. So there's 3 of you in here that aren't in Delta Math yet.
Yeah, I sent you an email about that.
Yeah, and I sent you one back, by the way. I don't know if you got it.
Let me check.
That's okay. When we get done with this, I'll just show you. Oh, I forgot to pause the recording. I'll show you how to. I'll take the 3 of you into a breakout room and show you how to do it. Unless the directions make sense to you. Okay, so since I'm still recording, I shouldn't be, but I am. Sorry, I forgot to stop it. So P of 1. So I'm going to go to P, and 1 is at -1. And then R of -1, R of -1 is at 0. So that's my answer. And then R of 2. So R of 2 is at 2. And then P of 2. So P of 2 is there, which is 0. R of -1. R of -1 is that right? Yeah, R of -1 is 0. Sorry, I didn't know that there was. And then P of 0. P of 0 is 0. And R of -3. R of -3 is 3. And P of 3. P of 3 is 1, 2, 3. Is there any questions? Nice job, you guys. Okay, so